Here's a fact about New York City that you definitely don't know. Well, do you know why we have Canal Street in Lower Manhattan? Up until the early 1800s, there used to be a big-ass pond located right here in Lower Manhattan. And to give you a visual of where that is in present-day Manhattan, it's right there. And here you can see an old map of that area, and here is where the pond once was. Where that pond once stood now stands Collect Pond Park. Here's another map of the pond. Also, it wasn't really a pond, it was more of like a lake because this thing was 70 acres and 60 feet deep. So here's what the pond was said to look like, and here's what the early origins of Canal Street would have looked like. During the 1600s and 1700s, the pond was said to be very beautiful. This is where people got a lot of their fresh water, people would fish in the pond all the time and skate on it during the winter. By the 1800s, the pond literally became a dump. Factories and businesses would just dump all their waste directly into the pond. It was literally jammed with trash. So the New Yorkers of the early 1800s decided to fill it in with the surrounding land. But little did they know, this thing was spring-fed, so the water just kept coming. So all the land just kept sinking in. Burying it no longer became a viable option. They now had to dig a canal to get all the water away into the Hudson. So there already was a small creek going to the Hudson, but they worked to expand it. And they worked to turn that existing creek into a canal that was 40 feet wide and 8 feet deep, right here where we stand today. Also, here's what the canal used to look like. Canal went all the way from the pond to the Hudson River. That canal basically became an open sewer, so they had to bury it. And that's where it remains today. But that is why we have Canal Street. Of course, Canal Street was later expanded to run all the way from the Hudson to the East River there. Follow Johnny Murtaugh for more awesome information about New York City.